What's going on, everybody? It is almost Christmas, and that means we are in full holiday swing. A lot of you have already been going to maybe some holiday parties, or you've been eating out. Here comes the next phase, which is the travel, and this really throws a lot of people off. So today, I'm gonna give you a simple game plan, a little how-to guide, so you can survive the holidays without worrying about losing all the progress or having to start all over again. So let's get into it. Now let's talk about what's involved in this game plan, all right? Now, it's pretty much 3 easy steps or 3 things that you wanna think about getting in. The first one is going to be protein. The second one is gonna be some kind of produce. Think fruits and or vegetables. And then the last one, we wanna make sure that we're hydrated, all right? Those are the 3 main things right there. But the 2 different scenarios you're gonna find yourself in is you're either gonna be en route, you're either traveling in a car, in a train, in a plane, in an airport, whatever it is, or it's gonna be somewhere that you're eating out because you've already got to your destination. So if I'm out traveling, I always find it easier if I have those protein sources and the produce and the hydration, if I can bring it with me and make it portable. If I can bring it with me, I'm much less likely to grab something else while I'm at the gas station or while I'm at the airport. And some of my favorite things to bring with me is obviously gonna be a protein shake, maybe a protein bar. You can do beef jerky, or you can do like a turkey jerky type of thing. You can also bring a Greek yogurt cup or boiled eggs, anything that's gonna be high in protein. For vegetables, I know this sounds silly, but I always like to think, what would you pack your little brother or sister in their lunchbox, right? Maybe some baby carrots, maybe some celery, something easy for them to grab, maybe some cherry tomatoes, something like that for vegetables. And when it comes to fruit, same exact thing. Something that's gonna be easy for you to grab, that's not gonna bruise easily, but will travel well. I like apples. Grapes are also a good option. If you peel an orange and then put the slices in there, that works out pretty well too. So that can be your produce, and then obviously you wanna stay hydrated. So make sure that you're drinking water, and if you can bring those with you, that's always gonna be the best case scenario. I will even kind of jam them all into one protein shaker sometimes. But I also get that sometimes when you're traveling, you're at the airport or you're at a gas station, you gotta eat what they have. So we're gonna apply the exact same thing, protein, produce, and hydration or water, however you wanna think about that. So protein sources, if you're at a gas station, look for something like boiled eggs or beef jerky or maybe like a protein bar. The produce, same thing. Look for those little snack items that you can sometimes find in the fridge or some fruit that they have, and grab yourself a bottle of water while you're there. Try to stay away from super sugary drinks. You don't need all the extra carbs that come with that. And if you're at an airport, well, now you have some restaurants you're gonna choose from, and you're gonna apply that same thing when you're thinking about restaurants at an airport. Think about choosing like a breakfast bowl or a protein bowl, or maybe something that's gonna have like a piece of chicken with some vegetables, and you can have some water next to that. Again, we wanna try to avoid those heavy carbohydrates because while you're traveling, you're kind of just sitting there and you're not burning as many carbs. But the protein and the fiber and the water is gonna keep you hydrated and satiated, so you are gonna have energy that lasts long, and you're not gonna be that grumpy person that nobody likes traveling with. And then once you've got to your destination, here comes scenario number 2. Scenario number 2 is gonna be, what the heck am I gonna eat when I leave the hotel? Or maybe it's, what the heck am I gonna eat in the morning? Now in this scenario, I want you to think about whether you're gonna have a meal that is gonna fuel your day and your body, or is this a meal for fun? And here's the difference. If you know that you and your buddies are gonna go for a Christmas morning hike up the Sandia Mountains, then you wanna be able to eat to fuel that. So go ahead and have some extra carbs, have a little bit more fat, but still stick to protein, produce, and hydration first, and then we can add in a little bit extra on top. Stay away from the super sugary pastries and pancakes and things like that. Those are just gonna raise your blood sugar, drop you, and then you're gonna be a zombie, and no one likes hiking with zombies, I guess. But that's a scenario where we can still stick to protein, produce, and hydration if we are choosing a meal for fuel. But if it's gonna be a meal for fun, then, well, I don't really want you thinking about that. I just want you to eat whatever you like, hang out with the people that you're trying to see, and I don't know, maybe drink a little bit. But there is gonna be 2 rules that I want you to follow. Rule number 1 is you're gonna eat a little bit slower. And rule number 2 is you are gonna leave a little bit of everything that you get, or only eat till you're 80% full. So this is called the 80% rule. And if you are eating slower, it makes stopping earlier a lot easier. Look, I can't tell you to just use willpower and not eat all the good stuff over the holidays, because that's what makes the holidays great. But I can try to advise you to not overeat, because feeling bloated and napping on the couch like your Uncle Fred every Thanksgiving also isn't cool. So there has to be a nice balance in between. This way you can enjoy your holidays without worrying about ruining any progress that you had, or that come the new year, you're gonna start way behind where you wanted to. And on that note, if you would like to watch a video on why you need to start going to the gym now, instead of on January 1st, click up here, and I'll see you later. Peace.